G'day rugby fans, Jay Ball here. Welcome to this week's edition of The Breakdown. We've only got 3 more rounds left of Queensland Premier Rugby for this season, and it's pretty bloody chilly out here on my big fat bald head. So let's have a look at the results just gone on the weekend. Jeeps played host to Bond and absolutely pantsed them 41 points to 16, whereas Souths were playing host to the Students and got absolutely smashed 87-19. Norths got up in the Northside derby against Brothers 38-34, and in the match of the round, Sunnybank did a massive number on the Tigers, 50 points to 24. Now for my highlight of the round, Tommy DeForno absolutely stitching up the Brothers defence, going through 4 sets of hands, and the big man himself, Shane Tarsi, coming away with the buttered confection. Check out this bloody ripper. Oh, that's good gas from the boys from Norths. Great work, fellas. Now let's look forward to the matches for this weekend. West travel down the M1 to take on Bond Uni at Robina, whereas Brothers will roll out the red carpet for the boys from Souths. In our match of the round, Sunnybank will play host to Jeeps at Old Mac Oval, and in our secondary live stream, Uni play host to the Tigers of St Lucia. Now we've got an absolute ton of sick footy coming up this weekend, so try and get out and support your mates. If you can't make it though, join us live and free through our social channels and we'll bring you all the footy action.
Well, good afternoon everyone and welcome to round 16 of Queensland Premier Rugby. My name is Martin Lippiatt and this afternoon we are at Old Mac Oval where Sunnybank are hosting Jeeps with finals just around the corner. This match could be season defining for both sides. The Gallopers sit in second spot and are 6 points ahead of the Dragons. A win for Jeeps will lock up second spot and a rendezvous with the Red Heavies in the major semi-final, where on the other hand Sunnybank can keep their major semi-final hopes alive with the win. The last time these two met was all the way back in round 8 when a late try and conversion by AJ Alatimu saw Jeeps secure a narrow 2-point win. Now, we are here obviously with the Reds TV live coverage from round 16 and we're bringing you all the action from Old Mac Oval with Sunnybank hosting Jeeps. My name is Martin. Jay Borg.
Day for rugby.
Massive
going to the end of the season. The difference between finishing that second spot, getting the extra bite of the cherry comes finals time, is pretty critical, and that's exactly what these boys will be playing for today.
Well, it's absolutely right. These two sit in second and third spot with the finals looming. How important, on top of, you know, the better finish, is keeping good momentum going into finals. Yeah,
it's crucial, and you look at all the successful teams in the past that have won finals. It is about that momentum. You remember Brothers and Souths of recent years, and they really used those last 2 rounds to build momentum.
They were late bloomers in the in the calendar season, but then my word, did they bring it home. And moving right along, obviously we have reserve grade between both teams finishing up in the background here. Let's have a look at the current 2017 ladder. And we see obviously Reg out in front, UQ 60 points. They've unanswered too this season, being 13-0, hosting East today. Jeeps at second on 42, Sunnybank on 36 at third. The Tigers, they're on 30 points at 4. And you know the big two that are nipping at the heels, it's West and to a lesser extent South, 27-23. And then Brothers, Norths and Bond, 23-22 and 11. Now Reg, when you look, it's like we were talking about this before, the difference in points. Uni is just so far ahead, and I think the extra, 80-plus points they got last week against South didn't hurt the cause.
It's a pretty impressive points differential there, isn't it? Almost 400 points is amazing, let alone, the perfect record of 13 wins. So you put them out of the picture. I think we can say they're pretty safe at the top there. But this battle for second and third, and even fourth, fifth, as you say, is really fascinating and a great way to finish the club season.
Absolutely, and when we kind of go a little bit further, we're going to have a look at the Snakes here. And the really interesting thing with this is obviously you take Uni out of the equation and you look back at over, between, say, round 6 to 12, it has been just such a tight battle between every team from 9 to 2.
Yeah, these two in particular, look, they've all been battling away, and you can see a bit of Norths with a bit of a late surge there. Might be a little too late, but exactly this graph is what we want to see, and see how close these teams have been the whole season.
Between these two, Sunnybank and Jeeps, they've been tangoing their way through the season, you know. Obviously, at the beginning phases, it was kind of one got ahead and the other one pushed ahead, and I think there was that little period around 11 and 12, bit of a slump, and it was a prime opportunity, and then once again in round 14, I think there was no reason why Sunnybank couldn't have been on top, but they just didn't quite get there.
A few key moments doesn't it come down to in the season. Sometimes these clubs have the opportunity to take that lead and leap up to the ladder, and Sunnybank we're looking to do that today, just to edge that little bit closer to Jeeps and put the pressure on for the rest of the season.
Absolutely right, and we're going to bring up our back nine, and we're going to have a look at how these teams have gone. And we talked about momentum. Now, it's almost like Sunnybank took a bit of a page out of North's book with this kind of start-stop routine, especially over, you know, the last 6 games with the bye. They had a good win last week against the Tigers, and I have to say, Isaac Fines, it was his first game back after injury. He really did a good job with it.
Yeah, he's such a key player for them, isn't he? And as you were saying before the broadcast, he's almost that critical factor in some of those losses for them. So they'll be thrilled to have him back in the team today.
And then obviously after today with Norths and Brothers, you know, 2016 champions, and Norths have just been surprising everyone on the back half of the season. Yeah,
well, they're trying to finish their season strong. They've got a few guns from the Reds. It'll be interesting to see if any of them play. Which will be really important, but it's a great momentum builder. You look at Jeeps there, it's a bit of a tougher run home.
It is a bit of a tougher run home, but we talked about momentum. I have to say, they've that snowball's been rolling down the hill fairly well since round 12 with wins against Brothers, Souths and Bond. But no, absolutely right. You've got the Dragons here at home. Every team is a bit more dangerous when they're at home. And then, you know, you back that up against what could be a 14-0 University side next week. It's a pretty big ask.
But they're the teams you want to be playing, isn't it? We talk about momentum, and you can only gain momentum by really testing yourself out and pulling out those big performances. So you want to be playing these teams like Sunnybank and UQ and East, who've got such great history in the Queensland Premier Rugby competition.
But the other thing that I'm really enjoying is that, you know, sometimes these good teams, they'll play each other early in the second half of the season. They're all playing each other at the back end, and if this doesn't give you a good indication of what's to come, I don't know what else is. This is real. This is a measuring contest.
It's like final season has started 3 weeks early, hasn't it?
And obviously Jay's not here, but this was my pick of how the land was gonna be towards the end of the season. Obviously, I had Uni out in first, Gallopers, Sunnybank, and then West. I really think out of all the team, West have got one of the cleaner runs towards 18. And I'm not seeing East getting over the line.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Marty. I had a look at this before I came out today, and that's exactly how I'd see it finishing as well. I've got a bit of a soft spot for the Bulldogs. My boy plays down there, so I'll proclaim that early. But
mate, the underdogs, the underdogs
I
this year.
I think they'll come home strong, and who knows? They might charge all the way to the final. That'd be great to see.
Absolutely. Well, as always, we do like to catch up with some of the action during the week, and we did catch up with head coach Anthony Matheson from Jeeps. He gave us a bit of a rundown on how everything's going over at the Glue Factory. Check it out.
Yeah, really important couple of weeks for us. We know that we've sort of continually improved throughout the second half of the competition, and you know, it's a great opportunity for us to really test ourselves against 2 of the form teams. University clearly on top of the table, Sunnybank who've been near the top of the table all year. So for us it's about just continually improving our own game and getting the opportunity to test ourselves against some really quality opposition. Yeah, I guess that piece is something that we put a lot of time into in the pre-season. We've got a lot of reward out of that, but we never sort of went into the season intending that was going to be our sole focus. We always wanted to play and to be able to use the ball and to get some good balance in our game, and I've been really pleased with how we've done that over the past few weeks. Yeah, certainly a lot of talented players at the club here and guys who have been around the place for a long time. So for us it's been about enjoying footy and making sure that when we are here we're as productive as we can be and we're enjoying what we're doing. And you know, I think certainly this group of players are really enjoying their work. They enjoy coming to training, and we're seeing the benefit of that in performances as well. You know, obviously enjoyment is there, and also some hard work, and you know, there's a lot of guys here who are very motivated to get back and to play finals footy.
Great stuff there from Anthony Matheson, and we're going straight away, Reg, into our players to watch, and obviously Jay Havalu. Now, what an impact this guy's had back with the Jeeps club. Obviously, he was a member of the 2013 side that went to the grand final, but didn't come away with the win. and he left before the grand final as he was recruited to play in Japan for the Mazda Blue Zoomers, I believe.
Yeah, and you'll have a try-scoring tight forward, and Jay's done pretty well of late, scored 4 tries the last couple of games, including a hat-trick versus South.
Well, the other thing is there, you know, he's only 20 years old, you know, under 20s in 2016-17, and played for Queensland Country last year. So definitely one of those younger guys. How many good under-20s players have we seen come out of all these programs of recent? And it's so great to see them coming in. And we were talking about this before, you know, 4, 5, 8 kind of guys hanging around in that back line. And we go back to Jay. Funny fact about Jay is he's in 18 today because I was talking to Cherry and Matho before the game, and they said they don't have any jerseys that fit the guy.
It's always a good sign, bit of a psychological
There's always that one guy in
yeah.
every single team that they, you know, he'll come out 25 as a run-on. That's not a run-on. And we're going to jump straight into the playing sides, and I'll quickly run you through Sunnybank at number 1. In the front row, it's Daniel Ane. Next to him will be Mole Sue Milalagi. And on the other side is Feo Fotuika. Second row, Nathan Dan Hood and Josh Fenner. On the loose side of things, it'll be Benny Pataya and Chaz Mahina with Tuaina Tualima at the back. At halfback is Isaac Fines Lelavasa. At 5'8", Jake Strawn. On the wings, Junior Leloifi and Richie Achong. In the centres, Jake McIntyre and Isaac Lucas. At fullback, Liam McNamara, with Damon Virtue as the coach, and I'll get you to run us through Jeeps, Reg.
Yeah, thanks, mate. From the top here, we've got Leonie Mukalaima, an old former Perth player, has come across. Ryan Frenier at hooker. Fred Burke will lock up the scrum at tight head prop. We've got Daniel Byrne at lock there, with a young guy by the name of Radiki Samo turning out at lock for Jeeps, which is always fantastic to see. Mitch King plays at blindside. Connor Coward plays open side. Jay Havalu, as we just mentioned, at locking the scrum there. Another familiar name for us, Nigel Genny at number 9. AJ Alatimu, who's, I think, Jeeps' leading try scorer this week. We've got a debutant on the wing in Mitchell Trelavian at one wing. In the centres, we've got Mayalogo Cornelio and Eric Vasakakao.
I'll give you a free
Thanks
Vasaki Thakao.
Vasaki Kakao. A couple of Perth boys there as well. Patrick Nicholson, who was an outside centre last week, plays the wing, and Todd Winkley is at fullback.
Awesome, and coached by none other than Anthony Matheson. And just as the boys run on, a special mention to the sponsors who support club and grassroots rugby, including Sunnybank's major sponsor, Car Record, and Jeep's major sponsor, McDonald's Newmarket. And as you can hear in the background, the boys are making their way down to the fields. And I have to say, the crowd here is exceptionally big today, because I've heard a lot of buses are going to be heading over to Redlands to catch the women's semis art fest. And also, as we do every week, we have 2 live streams available, and it's another top-of-the-table clash. We've got all 4 in action. Uni and the Tigers are taking it on over at St Lucia, so you can find that one via redsrugby.com.au. And refereeing today's match, none other than Jordan Wade. Jordan Wade, how good of a time did he have it at the Australian Schoolboys Champs?
Yeah, fantastic, and that's another important thing from these development programs. Schoolboys obviously producing a lot of quality players there.
Queensland too.
Making the grand final, which is awesome. But also these referees, it's a really important part of their development as well.
And we see they're going to go for the toss now.
Right in the heart of the Sunnybank supporter base here.
And I have to say, from a commentator's point of view, how great was it that Jeeps have taken the knee with the white jerseys instead of green on green?
Yeah, I know. It's got to make things a lot easier for us.
You got to be green. Easy.
Go, boys. You know, 2 very, very accomplished sides here. And, you know, a lot of people ask leading into these games, who do you think's going to win? And the honesty is, it is so even on paper. Like, this is going to be a huge battle. Jeeps with one of the most notorious scrums in the competition, and Sunnybank with, you know, the most flexible backline going around at the moment. Like,
yeah, it's funny. They talk about the Jeeps pack and the Sunnybank backline, but you switch it around. It's still a pretty decent Sunnybank pack and a mighty fine Jeeps backline.
There we go for the restart. Straight up, and we're into it. Round 16 underway, and a sensational take right off the bat from Fenner. Some big thunderous hips up the middle. And Jay Havali wearing the number 18. He'll wrap him up in the tackle. Great stuff. Strawn feeds it out. Floats it out to the wing. They're going to keep moving. Here's Lalawifi. Lalawifi beats Vasaki Thakau, and you'll get the man down. Sunnybank putting the feelers out, see what they can get away with, but a stiff shoulder from Mulaki Amia says no thank you. Strawn flicks it through. Jeep showing there's a bit of salt in the wound. They are really fighting with some intensity here on the field. That'll be a good covering tackle from Trelevin.
Sunnybank, I reckon they've got 4 fly halves in this back line, so you can expect them to play the width of the field as they have today with some exceptional speed out wide.
Well, that's it, and you're going to have a playmaker always in space for them, which is so incredibly dangerous for people like Richie Chong as well. And we see here early penalty, and I have to say, first minute of play, there's been quite a few phases that have gone through, but Sunnybank have had to stay down there into the field.
You look where Liam McNamara is taking this kick. I don't think they've made a metre, so great defence by Jeeps there. Sorry, it was Jake Strawn taking this kick, but they haven't made a metre from where they retained that kick, so really good defence by Jeeps, and they're going to be working hard to keep Sunnybank down this half.
Well, both sides equally scary. And here's a guy who's been fantastic at half at hooker, Sue Mililagi. And it's not often that you see a Sunnybank scrum line out, I beg your pardon, spoiled.
Yeah, strong work by Jeeps there, and they've now positioned themselves up really nicely here for a attacking line out 40 metres out. They'll walk into this with a reduced number and look for Radiki down the back to do the big lift.
Freeney, good throw. Gania flicks it out. Here come Jeeps. Avalu gets a good little offload to find Canelio. Gania now flicks it out. Alatimu goes round the back. Oh, here goes Freeney. Barrels in. Freeney! Oh, and that was a good run from Freeney, but it took a bit of a shoulder from Ane to slow him down. And I think there might have been a little bit of an infraction there, Reg. That'll be time off, I think.
Yeah, we called the
game. I don't need you to tell me what to do.
Called the advantage straight away. They're having a bit of a chat to Jeeps just to keep him honest, but let's hear what they say about the Sunnybank.
And I think Leone Mulaki Hamia.
I'm happy there's chest on, but you've still got no arms, okay? We need to make a big effort to wrap in those tackles. Next one, going to be going to do. Okay?
Just a no-arms tackle there is the call from...
Well, we saw it. It was when Freeney was barrelling through. And it just, the show-stopping weight of Leone Mulaki Hamia just bounced him off in another direction. Timu.
He's got such massive arms, it's hard for him to move and get him around the body there.
Oh, you missed Asiata, Richie Asiata and Kieran Fitzgibbon 2 weeks ago. It was like watching a big wave smash into the rocks, just debris going everywhere. Out the back, Jeeps do well, driving more. Samo's a little bit high, but they're going to push anyway. They're going to keep rolling around. They've done well. Pulling away will be King. King falls short. Genia at the back. Samo gives it a bit of curry. Jeeps getting very close to the line. 5 metres out. They want first try. Bit of a loose ball in the ruck. Pick and drive up the middle. Will Havalu get there? Havalu held up.
Really strong work there from Jeeps. From the kickoff, they've defended well. Their set pieces worked well with three or four lineouts there. One a defensive and then a couple attacking. So they'll pick up the scrum here and they'll really back themselves from their scrum, which has been a weapon all week, all season. Sorry.
And this will be our first scrum of the match.
2 minutes and a half, took too long.
Spoken like a true forward. Rightio, you're starting to amass on the live stream. If you think Sunnybank are going to get over the line, give us a thumbs up. If you think the Dragons are going to hold them out, love hearts, let me know what you think.
Bind.
Steady, our height.
Set.
Benny, you got 8. Squeeze now! Get it on!
Oh, Jeeps, nudge. King gets a bit of a goes one-on-one. Genia will flick it out again. Looks like that'll be Sue Mililagi down in back play. Going through will be King. King runs high, gets a wild flick pass off. They're going to keep this one alive. Genia works it down the far side, going through. Alatimu puts the man in. Pat Nicholson, first points, take a bow.
Yeah, very clinical play from Jeeps there. Take it back to their scrum, which was actually a pretty good defensive scrum by Sunnybank and turned things around. But Jeeps were able to reset there, and some couple of great offloads in the forward. It's really the key to this developing game of rugby these days is that offload game, and it's worked really well for Jeeps there.
And we see here on the double take replay, it starts. Jeeps just kept the ball alive, Reg. They worked through the hands so well and finish out wide with Nicholson, who just got the easy ball off Alatimu. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Yeah, very smart play by Alatimu there. He's a very cunning fly half. He's had a great season, first season in Queensland Premier Rugby, and a very professional finish there by Nicholson.
Well, a bit of a birth by fire. He's had to make some real clutch post 80-minute kicks this season. He had one that beat Sunnybank last time they met, and then he had one that he missed against Brothers a few rounds before. That a lot of weight gets put on the poor bloke's shoulders sometimes.
Yeah, who'd be a goal kicker?
I dabble. Not well, but I dabble.
Never even dabbled, mate.
Might have to remedy that. Alatimu.
Andy.
At the sounds of the Galahs chirping, that'll be flags up, and the Gallopers are away 7-0 in the 6th minute of our round 16.
And here we go. This will be the first time Sunnybank actually get in the Jeeps half. I know it's early days, but Jeeps have started out of the gate very strongly. It's now time for Sunnybank to see what they can do.
I'll be interested to see what happens if Molly Su'e-Menelagi's gone off the field there. That's going to be a big blow for the Dragons. But here we go. Jeeps take it. That'll be Winkley with the man bun. Winkley. Great work there. Finds many metres through sheer determination. And the Dragons have turned it over. Here they go on the attack. Finds at the back. Finds. Flicks it out. There's the man. Su'e-Menelagi. He'll be held up. That'll be a good clean rip by Leloifi. Finds. Looks for his options. Goes himself. But Havalu wraps him up and he gets squashed for his efforts by Ryan Freeney. And off the back, Tuolima. There we go, penalty against Chiefs, not rolling away. Prime opportunity for the Dragons. Yeah, good opportunity just to settle things down here. It'll be interesting to see what the Bank do here, whether they take the points or look for the corner. It looks like they're looking for the corner, so they're keen to get the points, but they need to start playing some rugby. Fines looked dangerous a couple of times they had the ball there, but now they're in really good, strong position. That's a great kick by Strawn there, right on the 5-metre line. And, Sunnybank and Jeeps, respectively, they've both been such good players when it comes to their set piece and that territory, Reg. Astronaut. I mean, it's what we thought, wasn't it? But I mean, up before that kickoff, it was pretty much 100%. And ironically, there, Jeeps only 52% of that time. It shows really strong defence by the Gallopers. Here we go. Sunnybank driving more. Will they get there? I think they will. Try time. Nathan Den Hoot. That was almost too easy for the Bank. Great play, very clinical, as I've said before. Very clean taking the line out down the back there, and they just strolled their way through, almost, or rolled their way through the Jeeps defence to get over the line there. Really important fight back. My apologies. Josh Fenner went across there in the driveway, and we see they snapped to really quick. I think Sunnybank knew that Jeeps are pretty good in the counter, and they just didn't want to waste any time and hit the 15, pile the bodies on. Momentum was their friend. Yeah, just move that body away from the ball away from the main play there, and it happened so quickly. I think those Jeeps defenders were caught unawares. And here, I believe Jake Strawn's currently our 3rd place point getter in the entire Premier Grade competition. No surprise. Mitch Felsman sitting in at 2nd. Yeah, quality player, Mitch. Can score tries. Fair few of those would be tries as well. But Jake Strawn misses the kick. Had a great NRC debut last year for Brisbane City in the first game of the season before injuring himself, so be interested to see if he gets another run later this year. And obviously a special mention to Car Record, major sponsor of Sunnybank, for their support of the club and grassroots rugby.
Pretty cool, just keep an eye. Cheers, mate. Sorry.
Here we go, Jeeps for the restart. They're going to go deep into Sunnybank territory. And Pataya will start it, finds, offloads, fights to Halima. Another one of the young guns in this team. Strutting his stuff through the hands. Pulling away now will be McIntyre off the good ball from Lucas.
Advantage is over.
Wild pass out, but Strawn will get his hands on it. Whoa, and that was a hit and a half from Ryan Freeney.
Roll 2.
Whole lot of hooker. Strawn from the pocket. Get a little bit more up than through. The players are running on. Bit of a loose ball from Genia, but it cleaned up. Here goes King. Ah, no sore ribs on King. Genia off the back. Samo! Oh, the Samo train. Pulls into the 40-metre station. Genia. Infield kick from Alatimu. Other players there to run on. No, but a great take from Leloifi.
It's not often you get opposing fullbacks wearing man buns, but we get to see it today, which is what the fans really want to see. But a penalty from Jeeps there with Sunnybank not releasing the ball. So another opportunity here. So far we've seen anyone who kicks off scores the next try. So Jeeps have kicked off the last time. They'll put this right in the corner again, and they'll back themselves for another try.
Now Timu. 5 metres out they will be.
7. 5.
All right, Jeeps looking for the attack. Oh, and that is a wayward line out. Ooh. And King thought he was gifted there. He's going to get it and just go straight over for the easiest 5 points of this game.
So the first real mistake by Jeeps from a set piece perspective at least, and an overthrow there, which is a shame for them, but chance for Sunnybank. Still pressure on them. It's their scrum, of course, and they've got a strong one. We'll see how they counteract Jeeps here, what Jeeps can do to...
Well, 11 minutes in, and that being the first, bad fault for them, that's not too bad.
Shows a good quality of game so far, which you'd like to see at this stage of the season.
Scrum time, D.
Bind.
Steady.
Set.
Finds with the ball in hand.
Push, work, boys.
Gallopers trotting their way towards the Dragons, but Strawn from the pocket will kick for the exit, and he'll get every metre of it. What a great kick for exit that was.
Yeah, he's got a big boot for someone who doesn't look overly large, so it's a rare commodity in Australian rugby these days, so it's a handy skill to have, and that's taken a lot of pressure off Sunnybank there after a big streak scrum.
Well, maybe they can hope to have another stray Freeney ball and they might be able to get out of their half. But Freeney doesn't miss a beat. Quick ball to Genia. Alatimu. Oh, there's Valu. Right up the middle. Samo offloads very generously. Alatimu now links up on the outside. Doesn't. Holds it to himself. Genia offloads. Trelevin will go out.
No.
Jeeps got the advantage though there. Looks to be numbers, or it must have been offside at the line there.
It was offside, I believe, to Josh Fenner. And if this doesn't show you got some confidence in your ability 5 metres out, I don't know what does.
Yeah, we've talked about it long and hard. I know you guys have discussed it all season. It's a real strength of this Jeeps pack. This is not a small Sunnybank pack against them, so they're really backing themselves in from here.
And I guess all eyes are going to be on the dribbling shoes.
Let's see if Mitch King can get it back across the line for the try he thought he deserved earlier.
Bind. Set. Steady.
J-Way settles them. Genia feeds. Here go the Gallopers. Can they get the movement that they want? King can't wait any longer. King goes himself, but gets taken over by Tuhalima. Off the back, good run from Byrne. Samo, ball in hand, offloads, finds. Burke. Havalu. Good decision there, doesn't get the offload. Sunnybank throwing everything they've got at this. Genia, he'll pull it out though. Through the hands they run. Oh, and Winkley nearly got the Sunnybank special there as he took that one. Alatimu. Players sniping in defence. Sunnybank are going to take this quietly. Avalu, one-on-one. It'll go down. There's a lot of players on that ball.
Trapped in there.
Ball trapped in there, but again, great defence by Sunnybank. Not a lot of metres made there by Jeeps. Bit of dangerous play. There's some good good offloads there, but some big hits by Sunnybank. Really resolute stuff.
We talked about how high the stakes were, and I think we're seeing it. Sunnybank are throwing everything they had in defence, and they kept them out. They started at 5 metres, they finished at 5 metres.
Yeah, you're talking about throwing themselves into it. They are literally doing that. There's some big hits going in there. Some guys getting almost airborne.
Hear it.
The fans are loving it. So, I mentioned before, it's a cracking day down here for club rugby at Old Back Oval in Sunnybank, and beautiful to play, beautiful to watch.
And always remember, we have 2 streams every week, and if 2v3 isn't sharpening your pencil, then 1v4 over at St Lucia, UQ versus the Tigers, should put some lead in your pencil as well. Oh, and Jabor Staunton. Now, Jabor is currently across the Pacific, and he's going to say, well, I've got to get at least one of his 5 sayings off, otherwise we're not going to be doing the live stream credit. I agree with you, Jay. Going to be an absolute barn burner, and I don't think we have to recount on who you think one of the best players on the field is, Jay. Rightio, guys. Jeeps are 5 metres out. Do you think they're going to get there and get past 7 points? Thumbs up. Love hearts if you think Sunnybank are going to hold them out. Let me know what you think.
Crouch.
Another big scrum for the Gallopers.
Steady, out white.
Set.
Let's go, Freddie. Squeeze.
Oh, that's just fallen in on itself.
Yeah, it just looks big. Radicki, who's been around for years and probably packed a million scrums, just isn't quite getting in the right position there and not giving his man Fred Burke a lot of support. So he needs to get a little bit lower and get that massive body of his on Burke's bum.
Okay, and that's what I want you to say.
Let's go, Fred. No more chat, boys. Let's go again. Put pressure through, D.
So some words with Fred Burke about wanting to stay square.
Let's go, Jeeves. Come on.
I got 10.
J-Way's no slouch when it comes to these things. He can see mischievous activities in a front row a mile away.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Steady.
Getting it feeds. The Dragons.
Good scrum by Sunnybank.
Sweltering the balls out wide. King. That'll be a fumble.
That was a wonderful scrum by Sunnybank. Jeeps thought they had the push, but Sunnybank just got a little bit of momentum there. Didn't move fast. It was just enough to mess things up for Mitch King at the back, and good pressure by Fines.
And, you know, it's this scrum we talked about. It's one of the most notorious scrums in the competition, but Sunnybank have really stepped up and inadvertently got the ball.
And I know all our listeners and watchers here will be absolutely core rugby fans, but you know there's a lot of uneducated lot out there who don't like the scrum battle. But this is fantastic. This is what sets our game apart.
I think after the rules changed, many a game has been won and lost on the front row of a scrum because the guidelines now, they're so stringent.
It's a cleaner place too. That's a great return scrum for Jeeves, but Sunnybank have cleared.
Fines, puts it into the boot of Strawn. And Strawn way back downtown. And what a defensive effort it has been from Sunnybank.
Yeah, once again, their defence has been first class. The territory is always
it's back to 80-20.
That's an incredible stat. And I'd love to see, and look at that possession there. They've had to make a lot of tackles, Sunnybank, and they're doing it and they're proving effective.
There we go, out the back, bit of a loose ball, but it'll get cleaned up by Su'e Mililagi. Su'e Mililagi over the 50-metre line. The hooker can run. We already knew that. Fines, floats the ball out. Liluifi now. Liluifi jogs his way in, ups it to a sprint. Hits a flying Nicholson. Here they go through the hands. That's a good run from Tuolima.
Tackle.
Fines, looks for his options. There's a good little darting run from Dan Hurt. They're going to go through. McIntyre, inside ball back to Strawn. Didn't look like he wanted it too much, but Strawn will dance around of Resolute, and they're etching their way up now. There's the 22. Finds. Through the hands. Oh, sniping defence, but some good spins from Richie Achong will keep him safe. Loose ball at the back.
No one.
Finds. Showing good patience and resolve. Don't hurt. Offloads. Finds Fotuaika. Gets brought down by Samo.
You get a
Finds. Flat ball out wide. There's Suai Milalagi. Suai Milalagi. 1-2. Winkley. Cover tackle defence. Saves the day with the man bun.
That was a great tackle there by Winkley, the last line there. Sunnybank, earlier on, they haven't had a lot of ball, but they probably, haven't quite taken the ball forward and earned that right to go wide. They started to do that then. I had the feeling Fines was going to have a bit of a breakout there, but went wide and the hooker looked very strong out there in the wing. But look at that hit.
Double take, replay. Todd Winkley. What a safeguard to have just lurking around the back.
Big hit there.
And it wasn't against a small opponent.
No, it built a bit of a momentum there. So great work there by the Jeeps fullback in defence.
And a special mention to McDonald's Newmarket, major sponsor for Jeeps, for their support of the club and grassroots rugby.
So just ticking over to quarter time there, and the players getting a well-earned drinks break there. As I don't think anyone's actually getting treated, but well-earned.
No, I think we had someone out the back.
Yeah, okay.
But this is the thing. We've had a few games this year, Reg, where there haven't been any injuries, there hasn't been any stoppages, and you're waiting for that straw that's going to break the camel's back, but it turns out to be the halftime whistle. Then you start seeing front rowers subbing off quite quickly. Out the back. That's a wild option. Oh! And that's another nasty shoulder. Wulaki Hamia.
So good contest at the back of that long line out there. A bit of an old favourite from the defending team there, but wasn't quite on target.
There's been a few wayward line-out throws today thus far, haven't there?
Yeah, they have. But Sunnybank couldn't quite make the most of it. And now Jeeps have the defending scrum. Probably possibly their first of the match so far.
This is the first scrum they've had this close to their own line.
Bind. Set.
Look for Fines to put all sorts of pressure on here after another big Sunnybank push. They'll back themselves. Take it down on that.
Sunnybank just lock it out.
Yep.
There.
Yeah, a bit of a hinging down there.
Tighted. Bind, head and shoulders.
Yeah.
That's some good refereeing.
Yeah, he called that early. Probably had a bit of support by the assistant referee on this side of the scrum. Saw that, and that was a fair penalty.
And that'll be a fair kick for touch too. Brings them back up to the 40-metre line.
That's the message you got. I'm going to come around to your side next. That's the message you got for me.
Freeney, ball in hand. Jeeps canter their way into the line-out. Fake at the back, they hit the middle. Bit of a loose ball, but it's going to be a knock-on.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there. It's just, that's been a few for Jeeps now. That's just an angle of the game. They're going to have to work on there. Sunnybank have called for the scrum with the option of either. They're going to go for the scrum 15 metres out. Really great attacking play. We might see a bit of a backline move here. We've got all those runners and playmakers in that Sunnybank backline. We'll see what happens.
I'm really glad you said that because I feel like the limelight has been on the forwards pretty heavily for the last 23 minutes.
Yeah, without doubt. When you have that sort of possession stat we talked about, it's about 2/3 at least to Jeeps. This backline hasn't had much play. They've got a bit of space now. All the big guys are in the scrum. We'll see what they can make out of it.
Remember, if you're at home, make sure you're sharing the live stream onto your Facebook, onto some groups. You want to get as many on here watching this massive game. And give us a shout out if you're watching from somewhere exotic. We always like to know where the stream reaches.
Unfortunately, I can't be on two sides at once. Yeah, let's come over, guys. What do you want, boys?
Someone should hold a mirror for him on this side.
Here we go. Just maintain height.
Let's go, lads.
He's just actually brought it in a good couple of metres there, centre field. This could create a bit more open play both sides of the field for Sunnybank with the advantage of having all these playmakers in their team and a couple of lightning guys on each wing. This is actually not a bad move. Creates a bit of space for them and some options.
You're getting excited there, Reg.
I love it. I love these guys. Liam McNamara, Thanks, Strawn. Will Lucas, another of the Lucas clan.
Jack McIntyre.
Jack
Stay on, stay on.
Finds, gets it out. Finds Strawn. Strawn wildly swings it out wide. Oh, and Lalawifi. He never disappoints. Finds. Straight up the middle. You're going to keep going. Strawn, hands out, gives the ball. Fodu Aika. Takes a little bit to get him down.
No, stay. Thank you.
Finds, goes back out. Finds Pataya. Working through the far side, they're going to go down. Will they get the meters they want? McIntyre tries. Gets the good offload in.
Stay 8.
Here's Tuolima. Good ball to the inside. Pataya. And that'll be a try. Straight away. Sunnybank, great response here. And what a good try there.
Really good play there by Sunnybank. We've talked about the strong Jeeps defence previously, and the offload skills that played a part in that first Jeeps try, earlier Jeeps try. Well, now we saw it from Sunnybank there with that back row all combining for a series of offloads for that try. So really important fight back by Sunnybank, and they're now in the lead.
That's it, Ben Pedaya there going across the line, getting that very, very important try. And Sunnybank in the lead for the first time in this game now, Reg. We knew this was going to be a very close affair, but 26 minutes in, I feel like it's been dog years for the last 26 minutes.
Yeah, it has. It's amazing. It's been the quality of the game so far, and both teams giving it all. And Sunnybank have really fought hard to get this territory. They've gone close a couple of times, so well rewarded for some good play there.
Stay aware of it for sure.
That'll be flags. The Dragons ahead 12 points to 7 over the Gallopers.
Ready? Can you hold halfway again? Cheers, mate.
With 54 minutes of rugby union left to go. One thing that I found interesting today, it's how slow the gameplay has moved up and down the field. We've really been either at one end and there for a while, or at the other.
Yeah, it's not end-to-end stuff, isn't it? Which is what you may expect with some of the quality in this back line, but it's an indication of how tough the defence is and how hard those forwards are working. And the referee can hear him deep breathing it too.
Sucking in the big ones. Oh, and that was a good take. But it's going to be knocked on. It's unlucky.
Good chase by Jeeps there, the rookie winger.
Let's come over a little bit.
But a good end result for Sunnybank. They'll get to set them up themselves again. I'd be interested to see whether Jake clears this downfield, or they might give their backline another chance to show their wares, their skill and speed.
See a bit more stability on the side, okay? And then just stay square, okay? Let's go.
I do feel, Reg, we're going to have a bit of a game of attrition on our hands as we get to the back end of the second half.
Box in.
Well, shout out to you, Max Singh. Thanks for joining the stream.
Crouch!
Jay, watch that.
Bind!
Hold. Now height.
Set!
Hold. Squeeze!
Finds feeds, Jeeps, they're going to try. But it looks like everyone's legs just slipped out.
Yeah, it's interesting, this scrum battle. These last couple of scrums have been quite messy after the first two scrums were really strong, powerful scrums. The last few have just started to fall a little bit, and whether it's the footing underneath or just these weary legs after all this running, it's interesting to see where it's falling. Neither team quite getting on top at the moment.
Just keep eyes on that.
Big shout out to Charles Butters Green. Welcome to the broadcast. Let us know if you're watching it from out west.
Steady, our height. Inside you.
Sunnybank in possession. They're up 12 points to 7 with a scrum to come.
Set!
Hold. Squeeze.
No stability.
Geez, interesting that one went to Sunnybank. It looked like their prop was the first one down.
No. We can't take it in the same spot.
Set a pod. Let's go.
So Milagi, quick off the restart. Finds, has put himself out wide. Here's Lalawifi. Lalawifi flicks it out. Running away with it will be McIntyre.
I think we might have a replacement on there for Sunnybank on the wing.
Yeah, is that Jason Beaton?
Yeah.
Just no stability. Yeah. On the far side. Yeah.
Must be. So Sunnybank made that play out wide. They're obviously looking to create that space for their wingers. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite finish it off there. But back in the territory where the end of the field that they want to be.
Just nice to be there.
Here we go. Props on. Headed. Go lads. Kings. Blocks in.
Let's see if we can get a clear scrum set here.
Shout out to you, Connor Mitchell, down in Sydney. Shouldn't you be playing rugby yourself today?
Bind. Steady. Stay on. Let's go, Bulls. Set. Squeeze.
Look at that ball spit there. That's a lot of pressure in that scrum, and finally the Jeeps boys get it out.
That's a good run from Vasakitha Cow. I haven't seen him much this game.
That's exactly what I was thinking, mate. Didn't have to call his name, which is good.
Samo. Samo! He'll get to 49 metres. Genia off the back. They're going to come down the short side. Bullet pass in a Winkley. And Winkley gets nothing. Nothing but shoulder into the chest. King has a trot himself. Players piling on. Will it be called a maul?
Let it come. Let it come, Green. Hold.
Regardless. Couldn't get through that defence.
Wasn't that just a delightful hit to watch there?
Fantastic. Little guy too.
This is the middle. This is the middle. Let's not close here. Let's open. This is our middle.
Mitch Trentland.
Well, okay?
Ball goes up. We're going to go through, pulling away with it will be Cowing.
Big ball here for Jeeps. Great
and there's King!
Mitch King.
King goes! King's got players coming at him. What's he going to do? And that was some good work from Sunnybank.
Great line of defence. King ran under a great line. Got to get him across the line himself, and McNamara sealed things off.
31st minute. And there is not much separating these teams right now.
We called it, didn't we? We said it was going to be a close one. A long way to go, but no inches given so far.
And isn't this a good indication of what we're going to be seeing in 3 weeks' time when we get back to Ballymore?
Back to Ballymore, you love it. It's a great time of the season, isn't it? All these clubs, all these grades playing at the home of Queensland rugby. And
the hill,
and it's, the atmosphere is fantastic. And can't wait for it.
Fine.
Good clear line out by Sunnybank.
Strawn. He strikes. And the rest gets a bit of the tailwind. Winkley puts in one of his own, keeps inside the 22.
Oh, that's a good result by Winkley too. That's great. Great kicks by the Sunnybank fly half take Strawn, and then the Jeeps fullback Todd Winkley. We thought Strawn's kick was big, but Winkley's return was very impressive.
Strawn's got a little bit of wind coming over the left shoulder.
Yeah, which you can see in the assistant referee's flag there. So.
Suai Mililagi goes high. Dan Hurt will miss it. That should be a knock-on. Advantage will be towards Jeeps, but that was a loose ball. There's Kenya. Kenya flicks it out. Good run.
The intensity of these hits from Sunnybank is just fantastic. Jeeps are doing well to hold the ball, and they've regained possession here, and they're going to start with a scrum in middle centre field, 5 metres out. What a position, but fantastic work by Sunnybank in defence, but equally good work by Jeeps to maintain the ball and that composure.
This is so important for us, friend.
So,
look for, brother.
Can we look at a clear tackle release? Yeah. It's like we're not going quick ball because okay.
We've seen Nigel Genia come into his own. A couple of great, precision passes to a charging forward pack. We'll see what he can do from the base of this scrum. Whether we see a bit of a back row play with Mitch King. But Sunnybank, last time they were here, put a big hit on. We'll see what they can pull out of their sleeves this time.
Well, it's been very competitive between both forward packs. I'm very interested to see how this is going to pan out. It's not the first time they've had an attacking scrum 5 metres out and been denied this game.
Yeah, Sunnybank all up for this. The physicality in this game is monumental.
Set! Steady!
That's a good Jeep scrum.
Jeeps
good shape
edging,
there.
Kings at the back.
Finish.
Advantage, Jeeps in a strong position. Genia floats one out wide. Butsakith the cow!
Finishes delightfully.
Good positioning, Brady.
So there you go. They had the advantage there from that scrum. The scrum screwed their way. Nice work by Genia and Latatimu to find that space out wide. And big Eric V, as I like to call him, was over in the corner.
As you call him.
As I'm sure a few other people call him too. But here we go, another lead change. It's a wonderful game of rugby we're seeing out here at Old Mac at the moment, with Jeeps now evening things up at 12 all with the kick to come.
Tooth and nail.
Cheers.
Well, that's the thing. It's you get the impression it's such a physical match. It'll be a little piece of magic that really breaks it open at some stage, and it'll be.
It's inches. All it is, it's inches, not miles.
Thanks, Al Pacino.
Yeah, definitely. 4.5 to go.
Well, there's a vocal crowd here at Sunnybank. Latatimu from the sideline.
Oh, that's a great kick.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
That's fantastic.
And he knows it too. Jeeps taking the lead, 14 points to 12.
These close matches, kicking is so critical. We've seen that Super Rugby, Test Rugby, the All Blacks versus the Lions.
How keen are you for Ballymore in 3 weeks? Holy smokes. It's going to be lit. Bit of a loose pass. Oh, there's Winkley. The man's indestructible. Getting up. Oh, that's a good square hit on Canelio.
Off now.
Getting up. Picks it out. Saw that coming a mile away. Box kick goes up.
Getting a box kick.
Come on.
Oh, what a take!
That's a great take.
Butsakith the cow offloads, finds Avalu. Momentum. The Gallopers. It's a canter. Another one. Not the cleanest. It'll get a bit of a roll. It'll put them into the corner. A very, very leaning kick from McNamara. He won't find the line either. Here they go. Through the hands, linking up. Butsakith the cow. He hasn't happened much. When he has, it's been brilliant. Oh, there's a bit of a bump and a turn from Mulikiamia.
Release now, Green, release!
Genia flicks it out. Haveli says, no, I'll go my own. 8 on 8, bring it on to Alima.
He's been a busy player, hasn't he? Taken a lot of ball up for his team.
Good article on him in this week's edition of Premier Rugby Weekly.
Number 7, sorry.
There you go. Sunnybank just falling on the wrong side of that rut. Couldn't roll away, and Jeeps get a crucial penalty. 2 minutes out. What's AJ's distance like, mate? Any chance of him kicking it from here?
Well, I don't know, but when we look at these possession and territories, they're telling such an interesting story. It's inverted results. You know, 60-40 on possession, and then territory, 30-70.
Yeah, it's amazing how it's switched around. Not a good kick there by Jeeps, and Sunnybank. Great chase by the rookie winger there.
And Trevelyan will get his man a chong. Off the back, finds, goes way out.
There goes Lucas, stepping his way through.
He was one of the men of the match last week, the high performer. He's performing again.
Outside 9.
There we go, good follow-up run.
Same thing, 2. Roll to the side.
Rolls reversed here. Oh, and Fine's taking the quick tap.
Here we go, Fine's is away, he's got some space. King's going to try and mark him up. Oh, and that was nearly crunch time. Off the back, that'll be McIntyre. McIntyre offloads. Through the hands. Well done from Sunnybank. They're pushing their way up. Very slick offloading. Here's Tuolima. Snaps himself free of the defence. Achong. They're not giving him any room to breathe, nor run.
That's fine. No advantage. High tackle.
Here we go. And have to go quick. Time is not on their side. We are nearly at the conclusion here.
30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
It's good composure by Jake Strawn here. Just slow it down. He'll try and get as much territory as possible on this kick. Set his team up for a last play.
Puts it in to the hands of the forwards, which I feel is always a really safe thing to do.
It's where they should be, mate. Where all the smart ones are.
The prettiest ones too.
So look, the moment here is both packs are looking for a break. They've got about 30 seconds to go before full time. Next play is done. Half time, sorry.
So ML Largy, they go out the back. There's fines. Little bit of an offload. No one was home. And that will draw the curtain on a very, very fiercely competitive first half of rugby union. Let's check out the stats. Coming straight on to the screen now. And obviously the real big one, Sunnybank narrowly behind, 12 points to 14, Reg. Take it away.
Well, mate, the score's a great indicator, isn't it? How close is it? Just 2 points into Jeeps, and it's just one misconversion. That's the difference there. But a couple of those stats there. Don't be fooled by the 2 line breaks in the match. No. You know, this has been a fascinating encounter. It's just a credit to the defence of both teams, Aaron. Not too many missed tackles there. It's a really solid play.
I have to say, out of all the games we've had this year, from about the tackle count down to territory, they're usually the ones that kind of indicate what teams are doing wrong, and there isn't a whole lot that these teams are doing wrong. We got to the back end of the second half. I think we had some tired bodies that were just kind of waiting for that whistle because they wanted to get some cut oranges and water into the gob.
Yeah, so that'll be critical, won't it? Is how they can start this second half. But it's also close. Every stat along the way. It's only really the territory that's one side of the Jeeps, but we've seen that flip all match.
But that's it. And, that could probably come down to some really good kicking. They just spent more time down Sunnybank's end, and it's no surprise, 5 extra tackles. So I think that's a pretty fair statistic. Right, it is half time. If you're on YouTube, don't go anywhere. If you're on Facebook, also don't go anywhere. We are on one stream. This is a nail-biter. It's 2 plays 3 here in round 16. We're not going anywhere, and we'll be back momentarily.
Yeah, it's always nice to come back here to Brisbane, and especially to the Redland City Council. It's it's always nice to be recognised in the community, and for me, it's where it all began up here at the Redlands Rugby Union Club. And to have 3 girls in the World Cup team leading into Ireland, it's a great achievement for such a small community club. Yeah, it's always something special when I get back to the Muddies. Obviously started at East Rugby Union Club years ago, but then we moved over to Redlands Rugby Union Club, and from day one we're always welcomed, and it's a very inclusive club, and it was something that when I was given the opportunity and a release, it was to come back to Muddies. I wouldn't play for anybody else, so it was great to have a run. Definitely still feeling a little bit sore under the rib cage, but that's footy, and I'm just very thankful to get a release from the Aussie Sevens, and for the Muddies to take me back to give me a few minutes in, I guess, getting me as well prepared as I can for that World Cup coming up. I said to the team coming back in, I'm here to sit on the bench. I don't want to take anyone's spot, so any minutes that I can get in that semi-final is going to be great for me in my preparation, but more importantly, it's a great step forward for the club. They made a pack at the start of the season to make top 4, and now we've got a huge clash against the West Bulldogs this weekend, and no doubt our Cubs, our senior players, need to lead that way, and it's on home soil, so hopefully we'll see a lot of Muddy supporters down there on the hill cheering their local women's team on. I think it's phenomenal, the development that you've seen in grassroots, particularly in the women's level. I think you can see that developing through our Queensland team and obviously onto the Aussie selections as well. And I think that's just testament to the clubs, the people around, putting the time and effort into women's sport and women's rugby in particular, and offering those opportunities. The more that we can offer those grassroots opportunities, the long term, I guess, the better the pathway will be and the development of the game.
Great stuff there. Obviously, the Brisbane Premiership Women's Competition has reached the business end of the season, with finals being played tonight at Redlands Rugby Club. There will be 7 members of the Wallaroos World Cup squad in action, including captain and Olympic gold medalist Shannon Parry. Earlier this week, she was recognised by the local Redlands Council, and it was great to see Reds TV catch up with it. Second half action coming at you, and we're going to quickly jump in to the power plays from the week just gone, and some absolute crackers here. Obviously, Apollo 13, Pat Nicholson, he's having a great game today, but he just crashed his way through the Bond defence like it was nothing. and got himself a try. And this one coming up next, the red spread. Obviously, Uni just electric against South. They just pump their way through a good 7 or 8 passes and eventually comes back, finds Josh Birch in the centre, number 13 jersey, and he gets another good try there. Unstoppable unit with UQ. And you're all ready for this. Andrew Reddy, just a piece of brilliance from the hooker. Slaps it across to Max Allen, who gets the try. And then to finish it up, option D was, are you kidding? Nick Chapman from nothing creates something. Gets a good kick, a good chase, bit of acrobatics, 5 points if you please. And our winner for Premier Power Plays this week was Michael O'Brien, who voted for option A, Apollo 13. So Michael, you will be contacted very shortly from Reds Rugby and you will have yourself tickets to that amazing grand final. And welcome to the second half, Reg Roberts. Speaking of finals, is this not an incentive to get yourself down to Ballymore for those 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's fantastic. That's what we talked about. I mean, the intensity of this match is first class. It really is finals footy. I mean, these guys are throwing themselves at each other with a level of physicality that's pretty hard to keep up. That'll be the big challenge for them. Can they keep it up in the second half? And we talked about it in that first half. It might just be an opportunity for some of those sort of sparkier players, the guile of AJ Latitimu or someone like Liam McNamara at the back for Sunnybank, just to create something out of nothing for them.
Well, we haven't seen much from the backs all game. There hasn't been any of this expansive running ball, and I think that's a testament to the defence from both sides. They're just shutting it down at the second or third receiver, and they're having to just kind of think again about what the next play is.
And I tell you what that does, mate. That opens the game up for these halfbacks, and we've got a couple of crackers here. Nigel Genny we've seen a couple of great passes, some good lines of the forwards off him. But Isaac Fines, who hasn't quite had his impact on the game yet, but I reckon it's coming this second half. We're going to have some tired forwards there. They're going to be a little bit slow on their feet. Watch for Isaac to do a few darts. You can see he's looking for the opportunity. Hasn't quite come there just yet.
Well, we just got one of the other 3 results in from around the grounds. Uni are up 10 points to 0 at the moment against East. We're still waiting on the other 2, and as soon as they come through, we'll let everyone at home know. And, every week, Reg, we've got QPR Weekly. How good is QPR Weekly? And, every Friday, the Premier Rugby Grade competition, QPR Weekly is released to give you the lay of the land and a taste of what's to come. It includes all weekly content, stories, team lists, and much, much more. And obviously this week, it reveals what teams need to do to make themselves get into the finals in a couple of weeks' time. And also the weekly included stories about Jay Avalu's return to Yoku Road and a preview of the women's semi-finals taking place straight away after this out at Redlands. So if you are going to get out there because it's going to be some fantastic 15s action from the 4 teams. And their finals will be up very soon as well.
Yeah, and the women's rugby it's a great time for women's rugby. Obviously, we had the Olympics last year, but the World Cup rugby in Ireland not too long away.
Just leaps and bounds, I feel.
Fantastic.
The women's code, it's really come into the spotlight in the last 3 or 4 years, and what a brilliant side it's been. Really, really throwing itself there. And obviously a special mention to our sponsors, Car Record, the major sponsor of Sunnybank, for their major support of the club and grassroots rugby, and then also for Newmarket McDonald's, who's the major sponsor for Jeeps, for their continuing support. But it is second half. Sunnybank with the restart. They sit narrowly 2 points behind the Gallopers. And if you're not liking this one, make sure you jump on redsrugby.com.au, check in. Uni playing the Tigers, only 10 points different at half time. Can the Tigers slay that which has been unslayable? But we're straight away into it, and there's Winkley. And Winkley.
No arms in that tackle. There's an advantage
gets
there.
Chopped.
Looks like.
I think that was Feo Furuaika. It was. Thank you. They're going to keep working their way through.
And here we could have a card here. That's good.
He's reaching for the pocket. And that'll be the cheese. Feo Furuaika. Sunnybank Scrum's going to drop down to 7v8.
Yeah, and if I was Sunnybank, I'd be calling for a scrum as quickly as possible. But that's not to be surprised, that yellow card there. There's been 2 or 3 no-arm tackles. Yeah, sorry, I'd be taking Jeeps. Yeah, sorry, if I was Jeeps, I'd be taking the scrum. So, yeah,
it's exactly. The green.
Not used to Jeeps being in pink, boys. But I'd be, there's been 2 or 3 no-arm tackles there so far, and referees obviously just got a little bit tired of it.
Jordan Way He laid down the law early on in the first minute when we had that first one. So, and Samo, they get him up. Genia flicks it out. Alatimu offloads. Valu, he's loved loitering around in the centres today. Genia throws it back out. They're going to work through the hands. Here they go. Oh, a bit of a loose pass. Busakit the cow, quick on the uptake.
Thank you.
And he gets wrapped up by number 23, Jason Beaton. It'll go out. Fine, itching at the bit to go.
Yeah, you can see him. He's an electric player. He hasn't had the chance to run much this match. He's just looking for it.
2 points the difference. 42 minutes in. Bit of a fake at 2, but they'll get the man up at 3. The man being Den Hurt. Oh, and that was sniping attack there, but McIntyre does so well to avoid. Offload from Beaton will do well. Lalawifi down the far side, finally getting to stretch his legs. Loose ball. There they go, quick on the uptake, and that was another stiff hit. McNamara. Hopefully he fares well. Fines. It's McIntyre in the number 13 jersey.
In fact, Isaac Lucas there. You can see him getting a lot more prominent this half already, getting his hands on the ball a lot more. And Sunnybank has secured a penalty.
That's the second penalty in the many seconds nearly. We're going to go to the double take replay there.
Too late.
I think that was a case of Jack McIntyre said, stay still. It's like the T-Rex. You stand still, they can't see you.
You can't see you. There you go. Jake Strong will take this shot. There's a good chance for Sunnybank to regain that lead.
Don't give me the opportunity. I can't.
Yeah.
Who's captain now?
But they switched it around.
Isaac Lucas.
Fullback? Okay.
Lucas and McIntyre. Two blonde boys.
Couple of blondies,
they just swap on us.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
A couple of blondie fly halves. Isaac Lucas, obviously just a schoolboy last year, stepping up to the big time this year and holding himself very well.
What a fantastic jump for him too.
Yep. Well, a long tradition of them here at Sunnybank, and they're doing very well.
And Strawn with pinpoint accuracy. He'll find 3 more. Sunnybank take the lead now by 1. 15 points to 14. Stakes have never been higher this season than right now. Jeeps, they get the win. Hello's second place.
Yeah. I think that's not the last time we'll see this lead change this game.
Absolutely not.
No.
Chase it now.
Here we go. We got a chance for Jeeps now to reclaim that lead, almost immediately getting the penalty not long after that kickoff.
Do you almost feel that penalties within striking range are going to become the flavour of the match now?
For a number of reasons, because that lead is so important, but also because of the intensity of the match. I know I've said it a few times, but this gives the teams a chance to regain their breath, regain their composure, which will be really important. Composure is a really important way to finish this game, and we'll see how AJ goes, and he hasn't missed yet.
Isn't it interesting, though, that the game was being decided by the forwards, but now it's inadvertently being taken away from them and put in the hands of the kicker? And Alatimu
misses his first of the day.
It was a fair whack, though, nearly 50 metres on the toe.
Yep.
The 22 restart. Fines. Is that Fines? No, it wasn't. It's to Alima. Very sneaky little kick. They're going to work it through the hands.
Oh.
Samaho.
Here's another one. Big Radicki with the high tackle.
That'll be time off.
Forward. One sec. Forward with force coming off shoulder into head.
Yep.
Indirect yellow card.
Yep.
Thank you. Space.
Martin, you're a Premier Grade club rugby fanatic. 4 Lucas boys played Premier Grade. When was the last time since 4 brothers have played Premier Grade for a club? Keffries, maybe?
The Skeltons will eventually. It's brothers.
Yeah,
that's a long-term investment, though.
Oh, there you go. Ridiki's being yellow carded.
Hey, you know, that sucks for Ridiki Samo because I feel like because of his overachieving in the y-axis that he was paired up against the wrong person in that contact. But a head high is a head high. It doesn't matter where or with how much velocity it is. That's a big blow for... Actually, it kind of evens the field out a bit.
It does, and it's interesting to see how they use Ridiki. Ridiki's not much of an 80-minute player anymore, so this might just give him the break he needs.
I spoke to Matho before the game, and we spoke to Cherry, and I said, are we going to see an 80-minute performance from Ridiki? And they said, well, we want to see as much of it as we can get. And he's done pretty well for 50. So we might actually not see him get back on. But time will tell, but that is a great take from Mahina. Sunnybank working their way out. Good little run there.
You're over the shoulder.
Another high tackle here. This is, the big match pressure's coming. The pressure's coming. The big hits are on. The players are getting a little bit more tired.
How many times this season have we seen these collapses where concentration slips throughout 5 minutes and then there's cards.
It's high tackle. Penalty only though.
Yeah, another half-time score check in the Premier Rugby with Bond up over West, 8 points to 3. We talked about West seeing this run home, and they're going to have to lift themselves in the second half to get those important points.
Bond were doing very well against Jeeps last week, but then the second half told a different story.
Another team, Bond, who are scattered with some of these Australian under-20 players as well. So a couple of good young players there coming through the system.
Now Sue Malalagi flicks it up, does well, finds the hands.
Not straight.
Use it, please. Let's go big scrum here. PL's off. Big scrum's here, PL's off.
All right, first scrum since the yellow card.
There's a massive opportunity here, boys.
So Sunnybank are obviously going to have to replace one of their back rowers.
Number 8. 8.
Let's go, big scrum here, boys. We've both got someone off. Let's go, massive scrum here, lads.
And coming onto the field.
Let's go, boys, big scrum here, Let's work.
That'll be Franco Abdallah in the number 24 jersey. I guess they just had to find one that fit him.
Let's go,
They're running short out this way.
Watch kick in the corner. Watch kick in the
Crouch. Bind.
Steady.
And just ironic that the first scrum in this 10 minutes of yellow card time for Sunnybank is all equal.
Keep it.
Use.
Big scrum by Jeeps. They got to get it out here. Getting it past to AJ. AJ kicks for the corner.
And we're back here. Another booming kick. What are they feeding them out here?
When we play, is Sunnybank at altitude?
I'm using that because your tight head's gone up. Okay.
These are some big kicks. It's great to see.
So you've got to use it.
Damon Virtue makes them train with 500 grams on their ankles all during the week. Jeeps does well, fires it out the back. Genia fires it as well. They're going to keep going.
Evalu in the middle.
Evalu's just been lurking around those centres, and here come the Gallopers. Here's Vasakitha Cow, but that's a great covering tackle by Beaton. Does so well. Genia. Mulakiamia now. He'll be taken down. It's all clean. Avelhu, bit of a fake, goes out wide, finds Byrne. Byrne offloads, puts it into the hands of Trelevin. Offloads to Winkley. Winkley does well in support. Gallopers with momentum.
Let it come. Through the middle, that's fine.
Loose ball there.
Go, Missy.
Den Hurt.
You're a tackle assist only. You didn't go to ground. Tackle assist only entry.
Yeah, he just found himself on the wrong side there. Some more good offloading there. We saw, I think it was Dan Byrne for Jeeps.
So he's
do a good offload. Dan Byrne, actually the nephew of Wallaby legend John Eales. So we saw some of that skill running in the family, perhaps.
A little bit of pedigree.
But again, Jeeps using their advantage. Sunnybank down, obviously one of their core props, and taking the scrum.
Let's go again.
And obviously, a few weeks ago, St George Queensland Reds wore the special Indigenous round jersey. The jersey was designed by Queensland Rugby Union's future Indigenous leaders participant, Janita Langton. We're on your own part of history. You can bid on the auction at redsrugby.com.au, and with all proceeds going towards the Queensland Reds Indigenous program and all of its initiatives.
Best Indigenous jersey they've had so far. It's a cracker. It looks fantastic. So get onto that auction, team.
Bind!
Steady, steady.
Set!
Hold. Yeah! Nice! Frank, nice! Keep it in, work! Keep it in!
Stay on.
Jeeps getting this
Not
out.
clean, but they'll get it out. Alatimu, inside ball, hits the man. Canelio does well. Outside the 22, they're going to keep attacking. Alatimu, here he goes, they're pushing. Through the slaloms he goes, 6 metres out. Genia, he's a bit rushed, but he takes it nonetheless. Winkley throws himself into it. Genia. That's a good run.
Leave now.
Through the hands of Alu. Alatimu. Pops it out wide. Are the numbers there? Can he do it? Busts over. Pat Nicholson, that'll be his second for the match.
Yeah, and we saw the power play. He scored a great try last week, and he's right back into it this week with a couple of nice hard runs. He's outside centres for Jeeps. We've seen some great names over the years, just nice, hard, straight runners. The Herberts come to mind particularly, but great work there by Pat Nicholson.
That was almost a carbon copy, same side of the field try that scored early on.
Thank you.
Really seeing that Sunnybank defence getting sucked in, and then they just sent it out wide to find the man. And we see there on the double take replay, exact thing. They just floated it out to the man. He was waiting there. Nothing special about the pass, but a lot of special about the man. Pat Nicholson goes over, gets his second for the game.
Yeah, we're seeing obviously both teams down to 14 men. In fact, Sunnybank might be due back their player pretty soon, but you see AJ Alatimu, really smart player. He knows his space out wide. He's getting his hand on the ball as much as possible, and he's finding that space.
And while Alatimu lines up for the kick, a special mention to Car Record, major sponsor for Sunnybank, for their support of the club and grassroots rugby.
So AJ missed his first kick before from a penalty. Let's see if he can redeem himself. That looks a nice strike that he has.
It's a fair strike.
21-15 to the Gallopers over the Sunnybank
I
Dragons.
see AJ's been going to the Red Roberts Academy for kicking good.
Do as I say, not as I do.
lot of verbal instructions.
Hit it through those white things.
Over the black dot.
Thank you.
Do it as often as you can. Sunnybank going for the restart. Tackle counts high, 52-40. Jeeps now up 21 points to 15. Suhaim El-Awagi puts on a good hit. Abdullah's in there to help him hold it up. Can they form the ball? But the ball will get out.
Gee, they've broken that away well, Jeeps there.
Pulling away, that was a very slick pass.
Forward though. It's unfortunate, Todd Winkler was away.
So here's a great opportunity for the Dragons now, Reg.
So let's just see, they're still down a man. I thought that yellow card was about that 42-minute mark.
Really fucking work here, lads. Chest it through.
Maybe they've just made an absolute replacement. No, they might be exact to their 8 packet.
No, we've got 8.
Yep, okay, so they're back. They've now got the number advantage here over Jeep, so good chance for Sunnybank to...
But Jeeps did hold out.
An 8 versus 8.
No, I think it was a 7. They went past a 7v8 against Brothers about 3 or 4 rounds ago.
Yep.
Crouch!
So number isn't necessarily...
The other thing to factor in here is one less back rower.
Yeah.
And Isaac Fines. Bit of danger here. We'll see what he can create. Might be a chance for him to link with his back row.
And here go the Dragons. That'll be advantage given to them. Strawn floats it out. Love pass to the man outside, McNamara. McNamara does very well. 5 metres from the line. Going to the options. Great run by Tuolima. Finds. Doesn't know where to go, but here's a Chong, and Chong tries to make something happen, but they wrapped him up before it could. That's a great hit. Mahina. They're going to keep going, picking and driving. The Dragons, they're getting close. The crowd's starting to get loud. Finds, offloads. Fotuaika gets it. Sunnybank are back, baby.
Really powerful forward work by the Dragons there. Just one-upping themselves. They had the momentum for a little while, and then just when it seemed like Jeeps had held them out, how do you stop that, man? Great pass by Fines on to the big fella who got over the line for the try.
Feo Fotuaika, and we see Fines looking for his option. And then Feo Fotuaika, he struts in.
Back from his yellow card.
Right into it. Talk about injecting oneself into the game. And that was just superb.
It was fantastic. And once again, assuming Jake gets this kick, and let's not always assume, but this will be another lead change.
I just love it how he just kind of strutted in and was like, don't worry, boys, I got this.
Like he was almost running straight from the sin bin.
Yeah. That was probably his high speed too. And Strawn, he's successful. Sunnybank take the lead, 22 points to 21, and a special mention to McDonald's Newmarket, the major sponsor for Jeeps, for their support of the club, and Grassroots Rugby. Do we have some other scores coming through there, Reg?
Yeah, it looks like at the halftime score at Brothers versus Souths is Brothers up by 2 points, 12 points to 10.
Another nail biter.
Yeah, I know. Souths will enjoy a close game this week.
Welcome relief. Sunnybank in possession. There's dead hurt. Going to work it through the hands before McNamara decides to put a bit of a toe on it. Alatimu one-on-one against Beaton. There's Radiki Samo back on the paddock. The prodigal son returns. That's great cover defence from Abdallah.
Knock on in the tackle.
Just knocked on by Jeeps, by Sunnybank there, making that tackle. Opportunity there for Sunnybank, for Jeeps to go wide a little bit, but just a bit of a momentum change there. But it looks like we're back to 15 on 15, which is great. The game opened up a little bit then when the numbers were reduced, but this is what the game is about.
It forcibly mixed it up, and I think that shows the strength of both sides, that they responded and formed different attacks.
Yeah, absolutely. Smart players in the halves just started to take over a little bit, guide their game plan. Fines in particular for Sunnybank and AJ for Jeeps.
It's probably a little convenient that you want two of the bigger guys on each of the forward packs got to have a bit of a 10-minute breather.
Or as a strategy. Two of the guys looking for a bit of a break.
Matheson and Damon Virtue, they're just cunning.
So Mark.
Let's go, Pigs. Again, more. Tops on. Let's go. Yeah, here we go. Seconds out.
And another scrum. Genia with the ball in hand. 61st minute. Just ticked over.
Benny hard left. They want the penalty, they want the easy one.
Full complement for both sides. The Gallopers, but the Dragons!
Big scrum.
Big scrum, Genia.
But great work off the back there.
And Genia thought he could get the Swifty on Strawn, but my word, was he mistaken. Big tackles going on. Looks like it might have been a bit of a head knock. And here we go, Winkley. Winkley's had a great game, working it down the wings. Genia from the back. Flings it out. Saho running at 45 degrees, gets wrapped up by Dan Hurd. Genia again. Oh, that'll be a knock on by Freeney. Picked up by his counterpart, Suai Melalagi. Sunnybank back into the attack in front of the home crowd. Strawn fires it out. Good pass to Lucas.
Use it.
Strawn off the back, fills in. Hits Fines. Little offload. Fines does well. Picks it out from the back. Swings it out. There's Strawn. Little bit of a kick.
Sneaky kick to Junior.
Oh, Junior Lalawifi, the 1-2 special. Great intercept, though, from Nigel Kenya.
Just caught himself between the...
When did he get there?
It was fantastic. Nice play. Now Jeeps have a chance here.
Here's Vasakitha Cow. Vasakitha Cow busts through 2 or 3, but Abadala will get him down. Radiki Samo at halfback.
This has been a long passage of play.
Genia offloads. Alatimu bullets one in to Havelu. We're going to keep working down the far side. Through the hands, here they go, pulling away with it. Great little offload, Samo. Great continuity from Jeeps. Great clear out. They've kept the wind in their sails as they approach the middle of the field. Strawn.
Yeah. Strawn was miles offside there, and now looks like Jeeps will have a penalty again. Pretty close to bang on in front.
Now I think the lack of arguing from Strawn gave it away.
That must have been, I don't know, what, 2-3 minutes of continuous play? The players will be looking for a rest here. They'll be asking AJ to take as long as he likes on this penalty shot.
That effort to wrap.
There are some hands on knees.
If they turn and drop the shoulder, then I've got an issue.
AJ cleans his kicking tee just to soak up as many minutes as possible. Give both sides a bit of a breather here, but we saw Jeeps playing with a little bit more width in their game now.
And obviously, a little bit of tension here between Alatimu and Sunnybank. Obviously, they've got a bit of history. Alatimu being a former Dragon.
Right.
I believe.
Well, at least kicking that winning conversion earlier this year.
Alatimu. Oh.
There's that score changed it again, 24-22. 2 points in it. We've still got almost 20 minutes to play. It's fantastic.
I think I said to you before this game, one team's walking away with 4 points and one team's walking away with 1. I don't think it was ever going to be a huge deficit between these two. And obviously, Uni versus East is our secondary stream. Oh, that's very clean take there by Cowie. Genia. Finds Mulikia Mia.
Tackle only.
Good little bit of a kick from Alatimu. They'll let it bounce. And here they come on the return. Oh, cheeky little offload. Let's keep the cow as the defender. Here goes Fines down the short side. Fines, can he get away? No, he can't. Oh, he's gotten back up. People sniping for him left, right and centre, but he'll go out, find Lucas, little inside ball, back to the magic man, Fultu Aika.
I think he was hoping that was Fines again. He got the complete opposite.
There's a good hit up from Chaz Mahina in the number 8 jersey. Strawn sees some space, goes himself. Strawn offloads the outside, finds Beaton. Beaton gets the tap from Vasakitha Cow. Goes down, and isn't that a mismatch? Beaton's on Samo, but they'll hold on. Sunnybank looking dangerous here. Here's Lucas, flies one out wide. Finds Achong. Achong steps the first man, keeps going. Will he go all the way?
Did you see those feet? Oh my word!
Wowee!
Magic feet by Achong on the wing there. That was delightful.
Mitch Trevelyan just stood there and watched him run around. Let's see the double take replay for this one. Sunnybank off the back of an impromptu set of plays. We see the floating ball out. It goes wide and Achong off the left runs laps around Trevelyan like he wasn't even there.
Wasn't he happy with that too, Tong? That was remarkable. We talked about players getting tired, and the longer this game goes, the intensity of that first half not being able to match, and now we're just seeing those little magic plays.
In all fairness, Richie Achong hasn't been that present in the first 66.5 minutes of this game because of how strong the defence has been. And you said it, as the defence tires, it's the magic. And it's that magic, that Richie Achong magic. You're definitely seeing the sevens player in him.
Yeah, and he's fresh as a daisy, like you say. He hasn't had much work to do so far, so he was keen to get involved.
I think you can tell by how clean his jersey is.
Exactly right. Liam McNamara kicking now. Rushes that, misses it, and Sunnybank are in the lead. There's Jake Strawn is obviously down there injured. So
it's time off, and we're in the 67th minute.
Interesting thing, we talked about the line breaks at half time. There was only 1-1 at half. Now at time, it's now 5-2 in favour of Sunnybank. So it looks like those Dragons are just building a little bit momentum. It is still very tight, obviously, but we might just seeing that Jeeps defensive line maybe just starting to wear themselves out.
See those turnovers conceded 6-4.
Both teams going hard there. Most of those coming in the second half.
It's relatively still a pretty low number.
Absolutely.
For this, at this level of rugby, 67 minutes in, time back on now. Jake Strawn had a bit of a cloud of injury cloud over him about a minute ago, but he's back in the saddle. Fines. There's Tuolima. We see that Jeeps defence. They really want to keep them down this end of the field. There's a bit of a McNamara special. The Jeeps are going to look for the quick restart, but Achong got right up in there, Reg, and stopped them from the fast one. Time off.
Yeah, no need to panic yet. It's still a long time to go, and this game has shown it's all about territory, and if the Jeeps can maintain that territory.
There's only 3 points. There's only 3 points here. And this will be the interesting thing now. We're seeing subs come on, and it looks like for Jeeps that'll be Trent Anderson, the number 20 jersey, Troy Simpkin. Straight up. Genia. Oh, flies it out. Havelu. Hasn't he had a good game today, Havelu?
Very prominent. I mean, you guys called it early as a player to watch, and he's definitely been that so far this game. He's been very prominent in that midfield.
Oh, and Samo gets the dummy. Dan Hurd will get him down.
Gee, he's done a pile of work too, Hurd too, and for Sunnybank, number 5 for the Dragons. So he's done a lot of defensive work.
There's an aged man of the front row. Velu been living in between the centres today. He's done a fantastic job. Genia. Altimu's calling the players out. He's going to go back the other way. Here they go through the hands. Oh, and that was the cheeky pass over. Samo manages to recover it. Genia offloads. Finds Simpkin. Simpkin does well. Here comes Genia. AJ Altimu doing so well. Pushes right up the middle. Genia. Finds Nicholson on the charge.
Lucas is all over that.
And the two subs getting their work. Simpkin and Anderson. Good little offload into the inside man. Burke. Oh, Todd Winkley. Can they drag him out? No, but Muskie the cow. Good rip. Ball's there. Simpkin, he'll get caught a bit flat-footed, and Dan Hurd will be all over him like a bad rash. Whoa, there was a good hit from Havalu. Genia. Samo! Samo! Offloads again, finds Simpkin. Simpkin's going to keep going. Can he get back to his feet? He'll fall just short. The Gallopers, they want to get back in the lead. Samo, good hands. Samo! Oh, he's close.
Oh, looks like another yellow card here. Jeep's been fantastic at recycling the ball. And
can't drive over, I can play half.
I missed that call. It might have been knocking the ball from the back of the ruck there, out of the halfback's hands, possibly. Can't even see who's gone off, to be honest.
Scrum.
Oh, they've called the scrum, and Jeeps have played on quickly.
Your captain's called scrum.
Me oh my. Genia had line fever.
He did.
He could sniff the chalk.
Yeah, but not a bad decision here. They've taken the scrum. I mean, they had the penalty. This would get them all evened up. But now, assuming one of the forwards have gone off, can't see where that yellow card's gone. But Jeeps have got the numbers up here, and they'll be looking to use that advantage to get over the line.
No, I don't think it was forward. Because Pataya, Mahina and Tuolima are all there. It's probably someone in the back line.
Let's go, feet, we're on there. Let's go. Crouch! Go time on me. JG.
Isaac Fines was the man there, yellow carded.
Fines! Get set, get lower. Set! Hold! Squeeze! Now!
Genia, he feeds. The Gallopers will want to try and push it over. The back is Havelu.
There you go.
Advantage Havelu.
And if anyone deserves a try today, that man does.
I would love to know the metres that man's run from in between 12 and 13. He's been there religiously all game. And nothing against Liam McNamara, but that matchup was never going to go his way.
Yeah, exactly right. And part of the tactic, they knew they were up against a smaller midfield for Sunnybank, and they're taking advantage of that. But here he is up against his own size, his own men, and really dominant Jeep scrum once again, getting over the line there, and obviously no halfback to get in the way either.
So that's going to be a big thing, not having fines there for the next probably 9 minutes until about 60, 70, the 77th.
Yeah.
That is going to be another thing that changes the course of this game.
It's a crucial stage of the match that'll almost see us home, and we've seen Genia and AJ Alatimo really sort of start leading their team around, and that's what Sunnybank would have wanted Isaac Fines to do. And AJ getting the kick there, and there we are to a 4-point lead, 31-27. This will be a really critical phase. We'll see how many more points have scored in this 10-minute window.
And we see Jeeps back in the lead, 31 points to 27. This game, this is about the biggest the scoreline difference has been. Loose ball. There's Mahina.
Richard Kingy on. Is that Kingy on playing halfback there, possibly?
I wouldn't doubt it. There's Isaac Lucas. Kingy. He's going to bring the experience and the calm to this Sunnybank side that should hopefully get them across the line.
Yeah, really smart decision by the Sunnybank coaching team.
Oh, there's Kingy. Kingy sees some space around the side of the breakdown. Offload. Quick through the hands. Strawn. Silky touch. Mahina goes around the far side. Finds Fultuaika. Kingy sends it back out. There's Abadallah. And Hurd over the top. They're going to keep pushing out. Here's Kingy. Kingy goes one-on-one. He beats Samo. Offloads to Lucas.
Advantage is over 9.
Oh, that's a very, very good piece of rugby from AJ Alatimu.
That was a massive play there. Sunnybank were really on the ball there. Richard Kingy, we talked about having that halfback position there, controlling the game. Exactly what Kingy was doing. Then AJ comes in with that massive clear out.
They were asleep at the wheelhouse. Yep. They were content, and they thought, oh, we're not going to have to supply the man to stop them. And AJ Alatimu just went wham, straight up the guts.
And great clearance there. Was that Nicholson perhaps? I'm not sure who kicked that, but that was maybe even Todd Winkley, but that was a great clearance again, and Sunnybank have to start again.
Oh, well, they've got the ball. It starts well. Kingy sends it out, finds the man Strawn, inside ball.
Isaac Lucas has run well all game. For someone relatively small and damn young, he's run strongly.
Here they go. Malawifi outlines to our Chong. A Chong. He's got McNamara with him. Tuolima does well, finds Kingy. Kingy finds space. It looks like there's going to be advantage to Sunnybank. Players might have been offside there, not sure. Kingy. Oh, that is a fantastic spin from Fultuaika. But we're going to come back to the initial advantage. And it was offside. And
players had a bit of a chat about how tight this game has been so far. Shows you the intensity, the importance of this game still there. Means a lot this match.
Come on. Back 10. Let's move back, boys. Come on. So I'll tell you what I've seen. I need you to fill me on what happened in the initial push and shove.
Yep.
After we finish, I've got white 5 coming in with fist on the back of the head.
Yep.
Okay. Got a yellow card for that.
Okay.
So that's the second yellow, so that's me, right?
Yep.
Have you seen anything?
Nah, nothing else. Number 5 was just stopping Green from getting the ball.
And here's the third man in
Yep.
to that scuffle that's happening between 10 and 6.
Correct.
So it's a yellow card, correct?
Yep.
Thank you.
I see another yellow card here, I think.
Well, it sounds like someone came in and punched someone in the back of the head.
So what we've got is we've got push and shove between 10 and 6. Okay.
No, see me.
Hold on. The 10 and 6, which wasn't much in it, okay? There was a bit of jersey pushing, but there wasn't much. 5's now coming as the third man in. He's coming with a clenched fist and he's punching him at the back of 10's head, okay? That's a yellow card, second yellow, so it's a red.
Oh, that's a red card for Jigs. Radicki gets his second yellow card for the match. He's gone.
Just stay here.
And we talked about the impact of ISAC fines, but this is now a match time.
No, I just want... I understand
That is
massive. That's all stuff's unnecessary.
Especially considering the time of the season that this card comes.
We don't need every man coming in, okay? So he's coming in third man unnecessarily, and that's why he's gone. We don't need that to be okay? So I want you to take some time, have a chat to the boys. We've got 6 minutes to go, okay?
6
so
minutes left on the clock.
Thank you.
And this game finds ways to even itself
Yeah, I
out.
know.
It's just been doing this all game. And it's one person's advantage for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Yep.
Then it's even Stevens, and it's the other person's advantage for another 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that old Seinfeld episode. It all just evens itself out. And now it's Sunnybank's chance. So you will see them bang it into the corner.
Well, the difference between Seinfeld and this is actually about something.
Exactly
and
right.
these are nice. This is something good.
So here we go.
About nothing and bad people.
Sunnybank have got the one-man advantage in the forward pack now.
6 to go.
And let's see how they manipulate this.
Sue Melalagi throws in. They go to the back option. They find Tualima quick in. Driving maul.
That's once.
They've done so well to keep that off the ground, Reg. So well. They're going to keep going. Kingy's at the back. He's keeping vocal with it.
Forwards.
Jumping into the
Through
side
the middle.
hip.
He's
Will be
fine.
Tualima. They're going to keep
Ball's
rolling
off the
through
back.
Tualima. Oh, he's lost the ball. He cooked it.
No control. No control.
Huge rugby.
Yeah, it was. Great defence by Jeeps at that line out. In fact, Sunnybank couldn't quite get the momentum they needed. The ref ordered play it once. Initially, they got a good momentum, but Jeeps held them out.
And while time's off, they're doing with this injury. What's going to be interesting, Reg, is what's going to happen when Isaac Final-Us's penalty clock finally finishes. Kingy's doing good work out there. Do you disrupt the momentum and bring him back into the fray?
Scrum.
Or do you leave the man there?
Mate, it all depends on the state of the game. If Sunnybank go over there, here, they're all sort of in front, aren't they?
You can't deny that Kingy's lifted these boys. They've found like another gear in the box.
That definitely.
And in front of this home crowd, this is grassroots rugby at its best.
I hope they're picking it up on the effects, Mike, because the atmosphere is fantastic down here in Old Mac.
Oh,
Pops on.
we're sitting right behind them.
Yeah, that's great.
Second. Easy.
Here we go. So remembering that Jeeps are down a man in the scrum,
And a big man.
and they bring in Big Eric V to pack on the side of the scrum. So let's see if he can actually do anything at all.
Yeah, but Eric V is not as big as
Oh
Radicki.
no, and he's a back. Jeeps playing silly
This
buggers.
is when I think a good picture of the sideline would probably lead to a good rugby meme. With a winger on the side.
We've seen that a few times. At least he's getting his,
You let him get
his
ahead.
shoulder in the right place.
You let him get ahead.
And I want to get.
Start with.
No more standing up.
It's not what you want, boss. Here we go. Pops on.
4 or 5 minutes left. This is
That's the mismatch, Franco. That's your popped in.
Crouch.
this is amazing. This is exact round 16. Eat your heart out. This is brilliant.
Be ready for this scrum. This is a big one. Sunnybank will give everything here.
Set. Squeeze.
Heavy. That's a simmering scrum.
Nice ability.
Short arm there.
I'm not convinced like that. I think Jeeps they drew that penalty
there. It was
there.
a bit of a measuring contest, and Jeeps had no other choice. If they didn't get a bit on that front foot from the beginning of that, they were not going to get away with it.
Yeah, they milked that. They knew they couldn't manage it in the scrum. They milked that penalty.
That's just good
and
rugby.
Good to them. Yeah, exactly.
That's good rugby.
So here we go. Sunnybank now with the line out, but a good 30 metres out.
Jordan Way doing a good job out there. Very, very tight competition.
He's been fantastic.
Sue Mililagi goes up high. They find Tuolima. Tuolima quick out to Kingy. Kingy sends it out. Strawn gives a good run. Gives the ball to a good run from Mahina. Kingy again. Safe hands. Fenner. Kingy goes out. Inside ball to Strawn. Strawn!
Not held. Play on.
Strawn!
Release.
Never
6.
say die! Kingy goes now from the back. Then narrowly behind Abadallah! Abadallah!
Great run.
Abadallah! Goes! That's a thunderous trot up the guts. Lucas goes himself, runs towards the support. They're only 20 metres out from the try line, 4 points behind. This is finals rugby. What a preparation. Mahina does well. Kingy offloads, finds Fotuaika. There's another sub on the field. Malalalau. Abadallah. Get yourself a slice. Kingy flicks it out. Bounces one. Here's Lalauifi. Lalauifi gets the pass out to Alima. Spills the beans. Jinx now counter attack. They're going to try to make the most of this. Vasakita Cow beats Kingy.
Those Jinx boys already
half to go.
30 seconds left. Alatimu kicks. Goes down. It's not out.
It's all
Game's
or nothing.
still alive.
All or nothing.
Here they go. Strawn, what can he do? He's got to run towards support if he wants to have a run of this. Isaac Lucas over the top. Jeeps, they're going to flood it. They're not going to get there. Kingy yanks it out. Advantage to Sunnybank. The dream stays alive. Kingy looks for his option. Sends it out safely to find Lucas. Lucas does well, but he gets brought down. Kingy's going to need to support him. No half back for Sunnybank. McNamara comes up to support. Strawn offloads, inside ball to Fotuaika. Fotuaika does well, holds on. This is right in the... Here they go. Oh! And
no
that
advantage.
was a...
No advantage.
No
Still going to be a penalty. Sunnybank. Just when we thought this game
Hot damn!
could not surprise us more.
J-More's missing out on a cracker. Green card or not, this isn't worth it.
This is epic. Epic. So whatever happens next, this game is over.
30 seconds.
Still 30 seconds. This reminds me of my old strength and conditioning coach. It used to be almost 2 more minutes.
Now Strawn, deadly accuracy. He made sure he found that line. This can go either way. This is huge.
And just as we talked about, Isaac Fines coming back on. Let's see where he plays. I'd say Kingy's probably dropped back.
Come off. Fines has had a rest.
Yeah.
It's 15 plays 14 now. They've got the numbers. They got the halfback. Good line out. Fines. Flicks it out to Strawn. Let's see what they've got. Mahina through the back to Lucas. Loose ball, but it's gone backwards. McNamara picks it up. Here they go. McNamara. They're going to try and hold him up, but he'll get to the ground. Loose ball goes through.
I'll boot this out.
AJ Alatimu.
What a finish. What a
Kicks
finish.
it out. And the nail biter is over. Jeeps narrowly win 31 points to 27. And that should be second place for the Gallopers.
Absolutely, and all credit to them, but all credit to both teams. And look at the picture on the field. That shows you how much they put into that game. That was an amazing game of rugby.
Now, if this is not only an incentive for these players that have played today to be getting revved up for finals, it should be for everyone at home. But let's have a look at these stats. And I think it paints a pretty picture. 60-40, 60-40 territory in possession. It just looks like Jeep spent a little more time down in Sunnybank's end of the field, and I think it's probably because of they made the most of penalties and they got good clearance on it, and they just made the Dragons spend more time down their end of the field.
Mate, there's nothing there in those stats that gives the game away. The line breaks we talked about, that was a stat 20 minutes ago.
Negligible.
So the defence was the same. What it comes down to, and what we talked about all game, was in the end, whoever had the territory won the game or scored the points. And in the end, Jeeps finished on top of the territory. They finished on top of the points.
AJ Alatimu, his boot, I feel, you know, in many senses of it, won the game for Jeeps today. His kicking for line during play, his kicking for penalties and conversions.
Yep.
He lifted when he needed to, and that is the kind of stuff that wins you hospital cups.
And don't forget, you know, that's all what a fly half does, particularly a kicking fly half. He controlled that game, but perhaps the player of the game was his clear out when Sunnybank were hot on attack.
And here we go, the replays from today, and this was when the sun was a little bit higher in the sky, and we see them coming through. And this was the first of two for Pat Nicholson out wide. And then we saw Sunnybank come through. They responded very quickly, hit the line out the back, rolled it through, heavy-hearted, and they got there.
Yeah, fantastic work. And we thought this was a big play. Todd Winkley, and that's the type of defence we saw all game from both sets of sides. So big hits, big plays. And then Winkley got one back.
Right back on him. And Winkley, what a game he had. Non-stop up and down the wings all day. Took punishment left, right and centre. And wasn't that just one of the sneakiest little, no thanks.
Yeah, exactly. Just
from
got out of the way.
Isaac Lucas. And we see here, this was the second one for Pat Nicholson in the number 13 jersey. That was two. Wasn't this a great try?
Yeah, it was. And like we said, once one team would score, the other one would come back soon after. And we saw the big tight head barges way over there. And
Aika just did so well.
We don't call that a step. Props don't step. They just roll. And
he strutted in and did what he needed to. And this was where this game really started to get interesting. Sunnybank, they were attacking. The last quarter of this game, I feel, was really for them. They did so well. But this, Richie Achong, take a bow. He'd be getting 10 out of 10 of Dancing with the Stars with that performance.
Exactly. That was a massive play. But again, after a card to Isaac Fines, Jeeps take the scrum. And that man, Havalou, was just fantastic all game, and then picks up the try that really probably, you know, cements it for Jeeps.
And no love lost there from McNamara, and he was outclassed in size, and that was a huge governing fact. But it is full time here. Jeeps have come away with the win, 31 points to 27. And it looks like our man of the match has gone to Fred Burke from Jeeps, and he had a massive game, especially in those scrums, Reg. He just did so much work in there. And obviously a big mention to both of our sponsors, starting off with Sunnybank, it's Car Record, and for Jeeps, McDonald's for their continuing support of the club, and Grassroots Rugby. Now, while I've got you here, Reg, let's have a look at what's coming up next week. Now, obviously, the Norths are playing host to Sunnybank. Now, Sunnybank, I don't want to say it, they're going to have to win that game.
Yeah, it's critical, and we haven't got the scores back through today yet.
We might get them in the next few minutes.
But Norths have been on the charge already, so that's a big game.
Now, we'll skip second because I want to talk about that in a bit. Bond are playing host to South. Now, that's going to be an interesting one because both teams bit up and down in the play. And down the bottom, I'll be interested to see West and Brothers. West have got the potential to get over Brothers. And if they do, say hello to the finals, I feel.
Yeah, that's one of the key matches for West. They'll be focused. Hopefully they get over there, they get their win today, but that's a big match and that has finals bearings.
But I think one of the biggest matches so far in this competition, it's going to be Jeeps hosting University. Now, it's special for many reasons. One, it's the annual Hallie Appleby Memorial Trophy. That holds a place in so many people's hearts. And it's also the Wellesby. Now, the Wellesby, everyone's been waiting for this since the end of round 9. We've had to wait right until the second last game. So there is so much on the line. And I dare say, if things continue, those two teams have the potential to play each other 5 times.
Yeah, what an amazing stat. But that is a game to get to. You know, forget about the live streams. Jeeps hosting University for Harley Appleby, the Wellesby at Jeeps, who do a great job.
Well, it's their 130th, and we were out there like, what, 3 or 4 weeks ago, 3 or 4 rounds ago, I beg your pardon. There was thousands of people at that ground. It's an electric atmosphere.
Super Rugby's over. Get down there, people will be fantastic.
Well, and that's the other thing. We're probably going to start seeing some of those guys, the ones, you know, that aren't being pulled up to higher honours to the Wallabies. They're going to start coming down because the next thing on the block for all of these Premier Grade teams is NRC selections. And so the more rugby they can be playing, the better. So I'm so excited. And Reg, thank you so much for filling in today.
Hey, mate, my pleasure. What a thrill for me to not only sit alongside you, but to watch a match of this quality. It was one of the best rugby games I've seen this year.
I think J-Bor's going to be somewhere across the Pacific just chewing at the bit that he missed this. And guess what? He's going to miss an even bigger one next week.
Yeah, fantastic.
Awesome. Red Roberts, thank you so much. Rightio, it is full time here. The Gallopers have trotted away with the victory, 31 points to 27, and they are on their way to what looks like a major semi-final prelude against University of Queensland next week, where a live stream will be. So, on behalf of us all here at QRU, thank you very much for joining us. My name is Martin Lippiatt, and good afternoon.